You definitely did that. I think you were a naughty boy.
And we definitely had way too much alcohol. I was being naughty. I was like,
Howdy. wyoruss here.
And Chris.
We got some merch. Go check it out. I'm working on other designs, and we have a Patreon page. And it does help make this channel possible. So go check that out. Thank you.
Please.
Like, who made the first move? Like, seriously, I think it was a mix of both of us. Even, no, never mind.
What?
You made the first move, it just, I didn't take it. You actually were teasing me with the hook, but I was like, I ain't buying that. This was like shortly after we met. You were like, hey, you want to come upstairs to my private space and watch some movies with me? These movies are not just movies. Adults watch these movies. And I was like, I don't think that's a good idea. Let me say, when he made that move, I did feel curious. I just didn't let him know I was curious. So you made the first move, technically.
No, I made the first attempt.
And then we started like really talking to each other and getting to know each other a little bit better. We had had some good conversations and we were on the same page with a lot of things. And we just connected, and he was beautiful. He was a very handsome man. Then one day I was about to turn 21, and then the day came and I was turning 21, and you were like, hey, I'm gonna bake you a cake. Or did you just bake it? I don't even remember.
I just baked it. I surprised you.
Oh, you surprised me.
Way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
How did I not remember the detail of that?
It was a long time ago.
So you surprised me with the birthday cake, and we had some alcohol. Quite a bit of alcohol. And I remember...
We don't mean rubbing alcohol.
No, it was not rubbing alcohol. It was adult alcohol. There's a lot of adult things in here. You made me the birthday cake. You just like stole my heart. And I was like, okay. And then of course I had some beer goggles on, so you looked really hella fine. We were listening to music on the floor. You wanted to see my pubic hair.
You're not going to say that.
That is the truth, though.
You are not going to say that.
This is the actual truth. You wanted to see if my pubic hair was really kinky, like I said.
Well, because you brought it up and told me it was really kinky, that you must have a lot of African DNA. So I wanted to see how much African DNA you got.
No, I said I had pubic hair like Africans.
Yeah.
I didn't say I had African DNA, because I had no idea.
Well, that's what it would mean.
Yeah, but that's still putting words in my mouth. You may have put things in my mouth that night, but I never said I had African DNA.
I did put things in your mouth that night, and you did the same.
Let them know, how are my hairs down there?
Well, let's just say this. You were not straight, and it was evident that night that you were not straight.
Yes, I was very kinky. You're right. A little bit of alcohol helped us like loosen things up, and before we knew it, we were on the floor. We living room floored it. And we kissed. Oh, I remember looking
Let's hope we kissed compared to what all the rest we did.
We looked at each other in the eyes, and I remember saying...
I know what you said.
What did I say?
You said...
I want to you.
Oh, no, you can't say that on... You said, I want you. I want you.
You're thinking of a different time.
No, am I?
This time was the one where I was like, I want to you. And you said, okay.
This was all very romantic and totally just had nothing to do with
the alcohol?
The alcohol or lust or anything. It was all just...
Hey, the thing is, we already had the lust, like, building up to this for months. Because it took us 3 months to actually do this. Like, I wanted to, and he definitely...
To do what?
To do the act.
I thought we were going to talk about this aspect of getting together. This is like actually the aspect of getting together.
You know that that wasn't the aspect we were going to talk about.
So you actually said... You actually said that.
I want to... something you. And you were like, okay. And you ran upstairs and got some things to protect you from certain things, like diseases and children for women.
Children, protect me from children from women. What the?
So you went upstairs and got condoms, and then we
I went upstairs.
We made love.
The way you just described it doesn't sound like making love. It sounds like making whoopee.
But I mean, of course, I remember it very lustful. How do you remember it?
Well, I remember that part of it too. Yeah, but I just wasn't gonna tell it that way.
Actually, you want to know the truth? Yesterday, you didn't remember.
What?
I asked. I said you my first time, and you're like, nah.
I still.
You didn't even remember that I did everything.
We had been drinking.
How often do you do this and just not remember?
Well, I don't guess I'd know. I wouldn't remember, would I?
That's scary.
That has been not since meeting you.
So yeah, we kind of sounded like we were just lustful, but there was romance to it as well.
there was romance in addition to all the lust flying around everywhere. Here we are still together 8 years later.
And we definitely had way too much alcohol in our system to even remember what happened after we did it. Like, did we actually sleep together when we slept together? I don't even know. Isn't that crazy? Like, I don't know if I slept in the same bed with you afterwards, or did we take a shower? I have no idea. That's the alcohol problem.
More than likely both.
This whole, like, romance was brewing up for months, and then shortly after, we became a couple.
We didn't lock it all down right then.
We had to figure out what
we're going to call this thing.
Yeah, and, like, what our personal boundaries were. We had to do a lot more communication, and we still are dealing with that. By the way, do you think I still said I want you?
I want you.
I don't think I said that.
And you think you put in another word in there.
I want to fork you. The Good Place. That's a good show.
You know, I think you probably did say that. No,
you don't remember?
The more that I think about it, well, there was alcohol. The more that I think about it, I think you were a naughty boy.
I was being naughty. I was like, with those eyes, I was like,
you did do that. You definitely did that. I remember that.
But here we are today, so it must have worked decently.
It must have worked.
Because it's approaching 9 years.
I know. I've been with you longer than anybody ever.
Now we just got to figure out some new steps.
Yeah.
I want to possibly someday in the future live in a different city or try something new.
I want to live in a different country.
Oh,
I want to do like
cool.
the second language thing.
We're going to learn Spanish someday.
Talk naughty in Spanish.
Mm-hmm. We definitely had more than lust that birthday night, and that's why we're still together today, even though we were drunk.
It was all the frosting.
Oh, the frosting. It was sweet. Feel free to go check out our Patreon page. It does make this channel possible. Just like this video. Like and share it. Just don't share it with your mama.
No.
Or my mama.
Or my mama. Mama, don't watch this.
Wow.
She's already there that far, and it's like, I'm already in trouble.
Oh man, if she found this. Why, Russ?
And Chris.
Love you long time. We had a rough day today.
Some crazy stuff going down.
Maybe we'll tell you some other day. Goodbye.
Adios.
Adios, amigo. Hasta la vista.
Hasta la vista, baby.